Today I'd like to talk about proper planting of trees and shrubs. Now we're using a shrub, a smaller shrub, but everything that we're going to talk about applies to trees also. First thing is preparation. You need to dig the hole twice as big as the container that it's in, plus 6 inches below the bottom of the container. So if you set this in the hole, you see that our hole is about the right size. So what we want to do next is prepare soil to go in the hole first. For that we use 1 part of actual soil that we dug out of this hole. And then they tell you to use 1 part peat moss and 1 part perlite. Since we have both in our potting soil here at Miller Plant Farm, I'm just going to use 2 parts of that to 1 part soil. We want a little bit of soil in there because without it, the potting soil is designed to dry out. We don't want our roots to dry out that quick. So what we'll do is we'll put the 6 inches of soil in the bottom. Also, it's good to tamp that a little bit to eliminate the air pockets. Remove the plant from the pot. We're still a little too deep. Then we want to fill in around it with the same mixture. Now this isn't the same mixture, but we want to use the 1/3 soil, 1/3 peat, 1/3 perlite. As you can see, if you look close, I'm not planting it any deeper than it was before. As a matter of fact, I like to see it about 1 inch above ground level. That way you don't have any chance of the stem staying too wet where it goes into the ground, where problems could start. Now, when I'm done with this, we would also like to have somewhat of a basin here so that when we water it, the water stays right here instead of running off into the grass. As far as watering goes, when you're done planting, the hole should be filled up 4 times. Let it go down, fill it up again until you do that 4 times. Many questions we get are on fertilizing. What I recommend for trees is an organic fertilizer. This is Dr. Earth for rhododendron, azalea, camellia. This is a very good fertilizer. This particular container will do up to 8 or 9 trees like this. When it comes to fertilizing, there's only 2 times that you should fertilize shrubs or trees. That's once in the spring, once in the late fall. Anything beyond that really will promote tender growth that can be hurt in the winter. As far as watering goes, for the first year, this should be watered at least once every 7 to 10 days. If you get 1 inch of rain that week, you wouldn't need to water it. But if you're not getting rain, at least 1 time every 7 to 10 days for the first year. After the first year, it'll be rooted out and you shouldn't have to water unless it gets extremely dry. When your planting is all done, it is good to mulch around your trees or shrubs. What it does is it will help to hold moisture in. Also will help hold the weeds down so there's not so much competition. And it certainly looks nicer. My name's Dave Miller from Miller Plant Farm, and thanks for joining us for your garden tip of the week.